We got ourselves team 1 with Vibing. On that team, we got ourselves Noggenfogger with Unstoppable, Advo, as well as Broton. Swapping out the Mog. I like the Mog. I think I ran like either same Mog or something very, very similar on my Feral. We also got ourselves Chopper on the other team, with Krager going to be first up versus Unstoppable. On that team, we also got ourselves Try to Kite Me with Zekon and Francesca. Oh, Frenchie? How would I know? Do I call you Frenchie or? Because Francuska is kind of like French in Russian. It's like the word for French. Like somebody is French, I think. But it's also kind of like the name Francesca, sort of, kind of. It's like a mix together. I don't know. That's as close as I can put in my head. But it looks like Unstoppable taking a bit of damage from Krager here. It's going to go for a lasso as the Slime Shield does get used. Krager trying to see if he can find himself that line of sight. Can't really just find the angle with Unstoppable. But then Francesca, Frenchie, we'll come to the bridge when we get there. How does that sound? Because he might not even get to play. It might just be Krager all the way. Might just be Krager all day. And I think Krager is basically going to have to wait until the next time he has Recklesses. But Recklesses lines up so well with Wall for Unstoppable. I don't really know if he'll be able to do much. Does land the interrupt onto Unstoppable. Surprising him maybe even a little bit. But a couple of heals does get him top back off. As we're getting into that 5-minute mark, boys, the dampen is going to be climbing only higher and higher. Reflect is up for Krager. Does he reflect of anything important? It looks like Unstoppable is taking a bit of damage right now, though. Maybe a big old lightning lasso to Krager could be set up. Does Krager have anything for it? Lava Burst is trying to come out. Zaps to follow with an Earth Shock and a lasso. Could Trinket if he wants to. I think Krager is feeling pretty confident right now. Does get the charge before Unstoppable rounds the bend around the corner. That's going to be short stun to Krager yet again. Does go for the interrupt on Unstoppable at the very least with that nature hit. And in a couple seconds, I think the Flesh Guy should be off cooldown again. Krager is activating his Enrage Regeneration. Actually, I think first time for this duel is activated Enrage Regen. Did have to catch up on a little bit of healing there in order to continue fighting against Unstoppable. So basically waiting on a 2-minute cooldown later. Unstoppable does have a wall if he wants to use it right here. That is cooldowns from Krager. Is going to use it, but maybe is that enough? Does get interrupted. Maybe big execute. Krager does land that execute at the very end. That was a rough one for Unstoppable, man. It looked like he was kind of ahead the whole duel. Noggenfogger actually getting whirlwinded out. Going to be the rogue popping a Vendetta immediately with a flagellation on the Krager, the warrior, leaping away from Noggenfogger as best as he can while evasion is up. Blinds him and is going to break the blind just to get the damage going during that Vendetta, which is probably a bit of a misplay by the rogue. Krager just going to hit him with a spear. Does cloak the spear so he can run out of it if he needs to. Trinket did nothing just now. And Noggenfogger, I think, is just going to go down. Oh my goodness. Poor guy. Adva is going to be up next as a Warlock. Is going to get the pets in there onto Krager. Does Trinket something. I'm not really sure what, but he's going to try to see if he can get away from the Tyrant. Krager is going to take a lot of damage behind the pillar, trying to avoid the stun. That is the pest they need to be attacking immediately in order to get some healing. Charging right at Alva, the Tyrant is going to be able to clip him with a bit of cast from a side, but Krager should be maybe completely okay. Enrage Regen does come out, should be huge reheal against all the pets with Ignore Pain right after him. Mortical sending him in the other direction. At least if anything, Mortical is used to control Krager, so you can't just keep healing constantly. And Krager really needs some healing. Really needs some healing. Charging right at Advo as he's gonna have himself a port available. So the Warlock is at least avoiding the warrior as best it can. Big Reckless is available. I think Advo is kind of out of options of what he wants to do here. Does get Reflect Fear back to Advo. Demonic Game is getting set up. Krager might just have to chase after him. Does he get the charge? Try to go for Spear of Bastion. So close. So close. I don't think it can root you if you're not in the inside of it. And Krager's just gonna have to turn around and start attacking the pets. Next time Advo has a big go with a stun. This could be really bad for Krager. Does he survive this? Enrage Regeneration, not available yet. Does go for a Sippy Cup, and looks like this is going to be Ignore Pain. Mortar Coil, Krager with no Trinket available. Ava is doing AOK in health, but how is Krager doing in health? Not that great. He is building up Rage in order to get himself Ignore Pain, so at least he's able to offset 50% of the damage to that Absorb. But he really needs some heals. He's going to activate a Battle Master's Trinket for extra health. That should give him quite a bit of healing since he's healing his percentage base. Does get the interrupt onto the Tyrant too. That's going to be really good for him. But the stun into Krager does come out either way. Could maybe go for a fear onto the Tyrant if he wants to. He just needs to avoid those pets as best as he can. As a Tyrant is just literally solo there just for the Felguard. literally just for the Felguard. It's a solo Tyrant. Goes for an interrupt on the Tyrant, so the Demon Dog has joined the charge. But Kraga, I think, should be mostly okay. Enrage Regen is back up and available. And next time he has himself big Recklessness against Advo. Advo does not have a Trinket. So all Advo can really do in this situation is just try to maybe play defensively. Oh, Advo is playing a Curse of Fragility, by the way, which is going to give Kraga less health. Is he actually playing Curse of Fragility? Like, is that on a talent? Has he actually pressed it, or is that just like a UI bug? Because it looks like he has it on. Reflective available for Kraga, hoping to maybe reflect a Mortal Coil back to Advo. Looks like he does press the Curse of Fragility. And that's Mortal Coil onto Kraga, but Advo just couldn't really do much with that spear, just getting caught in. Kraga could maybe go for big defensive. Advo just continuing to run as best as he can between Soul Shape, between Port, between Gateway. Kraga just having to kind of waddle over back to where Advo is. Keep healing off the pets, keep himself maintained as best as possible. Waiting out for Advo. He knows a stun could come out from the Warlock any moment. As Advo is getting himself full Vile Fiend set up and everything. Probably going to go for a big setup. Handed Gul'dan coming out. Is he going to go for a Tyrant? Looks like he's not going to go for a Tyrant just yet. Is going to resummon a whole new pet with a Felguard. And Kraga potentially could maybe do something. Does go for a Fear into Advo. The pets are actually ignoring the Fear completely. I wonder why the pets ignored and how the pets ignored the Fear. Looks like Kraga is going to turn attention onto the pet instead. I think Advo is trying to pull the pet back. Is he just trying to keep the pet low maybe? So you can get that in the execute range pretty easily. Mortal Coil for Advo. Big shard by Kragar is going to be able to stay on top of Advo, especially with his Blaze Storm. No CC can hit him for a moment. Advo is in an execute range, actually so low in health. Does he have Xerxes for this? Execute does come out. Advo does have a Seed Pod. Did Advo use like a Battlemaster Trinket there, or did he reflect his own Curse of Fragility? Is that what it is? Is that what happened? That might have been what happened, but that was huge. Gonna be vibing, bailing out of that. Well, you can actually just disengage out of the spear. I guess it does break you out of roots. A big knockback trap onto Kraga, leaping right back in. Executes onto vibing, goes for a big heal. Kraga with barely any health. Might have to turn attention onto the pet. Stun onto Kraga, kill shots coming out, and vibing is gonna take him out with a grenade. That was a close one there at the end, dude. He just needed one more execute or something, anything. That was a close one. Try to Kite Me is up next with... how do people... No, okay, for real. I need to know, how do people do that? I need to know, how do people do that? Somebody tell me, how do people do this transmog bug? I think it looks cool as hell, and I want to try it for myself. Look at that, dude. You got 2 brews. That looks awesome. How do you do that? Yo, chat, somebody just messaged me in Discord, dude. I need to know how you do it. I want to be in on the club, man. Come on, dude. Try actually playing that Seraphim. Wait, not Seraphim. No, wait. It looked like his Serenity, but I don't think he's actually Serenity, because that is Weapons of Order used for him. Bash onto the Monk. Is Broton trying to bail out of there? Big Convoke. I don't think he's going to hit anything with that one, though. Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe keep trying to cut me out in the open and hit him with a Convoke, but he lined the set on him pretty quickly, man. LOS him pretty quickly. I think Broton might have even got out of range, so like his spells couldn't even target try to cut me. So I think they just blew up Zuen. Literally, I think he just blew up Zuen. He's gonna get a couple star starters into the Monk either way. Those Broton still sitting in that Incarnation. Try going in for a wall. Fist of Fury putting pressure onto Broton. Does get a knockback, but Monks being Monks, you can't really knock him back. You can keep him away from you too long. You know what I mean? You can't really keep him away from you for too long. In cap onto Broton as Thorns comes out as Try going for a bit of a reset with a couple of Vivifies back to back, just trying to get himself a bit of a reheal. Cyclone coming in for Broton. Try does interrupt it with Vivify spam. Back to back to back. 48% dampening right now for these duels, boys. Bash onto Try as Broton trying to recover a little bit. Cyclone onto Try doesn't go for it. Either DR or he stopped the cast in between because it wasn't an interrupt. Try to cut me does have Serenity if he's actually playing Serenity. It looks like he does play Serenity. Wait, he actually... Oh, that Serenity is the real Serenity, apparently. I didn't realize it. That was a lot of damage at the end. Yo, Kragar, my god, that's a lot of healing. Unstoppable, that's also a lot of healing. Oh my god. Oh, that was so good. I like that, Fury Warrior, man. I like that. Did you reflect Curse of Fragility back at the Warlock? It looked like he had like when he had a bit of health and then just gone.